Which mic are you? 3 or 2? You're 2? All right, you should be live now.
Hello. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm on
yeah.
my ish.
Yeah, you are. You're good.
All
All right, rant of the week.
We're just diving right into it.
I mean, like we missed last week. There was some
We
school
missed
stuff.
last week.
So we gotta come back with a pretty strong rant.
A
this
pretty
week.
strong rant. A pretty hefty dose of strong verbiage.
It was something I was not planning on doing. I had a different topic that I was prepared to do.
But no, if you have a rant, the people need to hear it.
People have spoken. Literally, text on my phone.
What are you mad about today?
I'm mad about people in fantasy football who just can't leave me alone and let me have fun.
Let me breathe.
Especially when you're one
Can I
of the
breathe
top,
for a minute?
the bottom 3 teams in the league. You are not the police of football fantasy.
Mike, what happened? Tell the people what happened, Mike.
So I worked out a trade with one of my friends in this fantasy league. I was going to send him Derrick Henry, one of my starting running backs, and Mecole Hardman, one of my bench receivers. And he was going to send me Aaron Rodgers, Marvin Jones Jr., and I think the third player was Melvin Gordon III.
Now, what I will say is
it's a big haul.
You absolutely are going to win that trade. That
yes.
you win that deal for sure.
Absolutely. But the thing to also remember here is that he desperately needed a running back, and those 3 guys are all on his bench. I didn't take one starter from him.
Who is he starting over Aaron Rodgers?
Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's why he wanted to get rid of Rodgers so badly.
Yeah.
Because he had MVP.
Yeah.
So we work it out. We talk it out. We went through this whole negotiation process off the site on text to figure it out. I mean, we both came up like, this benefits both of us. I get a little bit more, but he gets a starter. I get a quarterback. Everything sort of works out until we post the trade.
Until you post the trade.
I received this text yesterday at 11:46 a.m.
What's the text say, Mike?
It says, anyone with a brain, go veto the trade in the league. Trash can, trash can. 2 trash cans. Technical difficulties.
There we go.
Then the kid I'm playing, who's 6-1, I'm 5-2. This kid is in first place, is 6-1. I'm playing him.
Mm-hmm.
So this argument would make him a better chance to lose if I went through with the trade. So I commend him. He says, I disagree. If someone gets F'd on a trade, that's on them.
It is on them. That is the crux of every fantasy football deal.
That's the crux of our democracy.
If someone is getting reamed on a trade, that's on them. Unless they are purposefully making a bad trade.
Yes.
Like unless they are actively colluding or cheating. If they make a terrible deal, no matter how terrible the deal is, that can't be vetoed just because the guy's incompetent.
Exactly. And also, like my friend, he didn't need any of the things he was giving up. He needed a running back more than anything. Derrick Henry would have put him in the top 3 teams in the league.
I mean, look, that kid was giving up a lot, but also, I mean, he's still getting Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Now, look, if it was like TJ Yeldon and Mecole Hardman, then I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just egregious.
If it was like AJ Brown and Mecole Hardman, everyone would be like, whoa.
No.
Okay, so then he goes, 1 or 2 or more vetoes is all it takes. Let's make it happen. F that garbage.
How many vetoes does it take in your league to veto a trade completely?
No idea. Not many, because it got vetoed quickly.
Yeah, if it gets vetoed that quickly.
So I thumbs down that. Did not like that.
Yeah, I would not like that either.
Then couldn't just like get the veto and let it go. Had to rub it in.
Yeah.
Because that was all it was before the veto. After the veto, he goes, lol, sorry, get him next time and actually make a good trade. # vetoed. Laughing face, laughing face.
Oh, and then he just rubbed it in.
Exactly. That's what bothered me.
Dirty.
So then I don't know if the camera can see this, but I put up a GIF of a whining little crying baby. And I said, thank you, fantasy football police. Because he's not the commissioner. I know the commissioner. Commissioner did not care.
Also, the commissioner should be the only person who has the power to veto a trade.
That was where I was going. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's stupid. And then wasn't just me. Other people thought that trade was actually, and he used a word that I'm not going to use there.
Very profanity laced.
Yeah, like very inappropriate. Like this
very
word,
non-mission consistent.
Not mission consistent at all. It's something I would guess would say is a mental disorder. So he used it. He used a very offensive word, I think, to, I guess, shrugging. And I go, whoa, okay, relax. It's just fantasy football. To which he did the little reply thing and went, haha, good one. You got me. I was having a nice night.
It's the most frustrating part of fantasy football when you win a trade and you're looking forward to enjoying the fruits of that trade, and then everyone else in your league starts kicking up dust because they're upset, and then it gets vetoed solely because they're upset.
Exactly. And
it is the worst because it just gets you so mad because you can't say anything.
The weird thing is I found out who the person was. I don't have everyone's number saved. And it was actually one of the bottom 3 teams in the league. It wasn't anything that this was going to impact. So but then there's another group of text from my best friend who, just as a background, as a context, we use the word woof a lot.
Woof.
Like if you're like, oh man, my dog ran away.
Like, woof.
Yeah. So both of his name is Captain Wolf America, I believe. He's Iron Wolf. I was Captain Wolf America for a while. Now I'm the Avenged Woofers. Mm-hmm. So he writes, it's because we're the wolves, isn't it? Y'all a bunch of female reproductive.
Oh my goodness.
Literally. Oh my goodness. If you ain't a wolf, you a blank. Can't people sometimes, I swear, shake my head. So this has just devolved into trash talking nonsense, and we've both agreed. And
now this is just vitriol.
Yeah, and if Steven's out there, just know we're vetoing every trade you make, ever.
It is
for the rest of time.
I can relate to this. So in my big money league, not my main league. My main league, nobody trades with me anymore because I'm a genius, and so they think that I'm just gonna rob them with everything. It's sad for them. But my big money league, I'm in with my dad and a bunch of his coworkers, and a lot of them I don't know, and I don't have their numbers. These are grown men. I'm a college student, so the person that I trade the most with in that league is my dad.
That's how I am with my best friend.
Also, super convenient because like I could just call him up and pretend like it's an emergency, and then be like, "Psych, give me Amari Cooper," like real quick. But anytime I make a trade with my dad, it's always immediately suspect. Like everyone else in the league gets suspicious right away because they think we're colluding with each other because we're father and son. And it's stupid because there will be trades where I will say that my dad is not good at fantasy football. He doesn't have time to be. He works. He doesn't have time to know. He doesn't know who AJ Brown is. He's not looking at kicker options, Like he doesn't know.
I just see him at work in a cubicle, just being like, Greg Zuerlein.
Yeah, nice. he doesn't know. So when I trade with him, a lot of the times, I will tell him certain things to make him think a certain way to get the trade done, which is what anybody does in fantasy football. You want to win the deal.
Yep.
So again, I will say our trades have been very even recently, but for the most part, sometimes I fleece him. I've fleeced him before. But then whenever I fleece him, it gets vetoed right away. Because everyone's like, oh, it's obviously collusion because A, he's clearly winning, and B, you're related. And it's stupid, and I hate it.
You're stupid and tacky, and I hate you.
Fantasy football is the most frustrating thing because it's a bunch of grown men who are... Do you ever see 12 Angry Men?
Yeah, I have. That's literally what it is.
That's what fantasy football is.
Except mine is 10.
It's just 12 grown men in a confined space just yelling at each other. That is fantasy football.
And the worst part is I've had some really good matchups, and people have been super casual about it, and been I've gotten a good game after beating someone. People have been great, and then this one kid who I know is just I as soon as I saw who it was, I texted the commissioner. I was like, who is doing this? And he told me who it was. I was like, that makes sense.
Fantasy football etiquette is important.
Tells you a lot about a person.
Etiquette is very important.
Tells you a lot about a person. It really upset me. I just don't. The thing is, all right, so you get it vetoed and you leave it there and you be like, all right. It was the fact you had to rub it in afterwards.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
He did the na poo poo once the trade got vetoed.
Also, he doesn't.
Not only was he driving the veto inquiry, so to speak, but once it got vetoed, he just kicked you while you were down.
And the thing is,
now he's just closed himself off from a potential business partner.
Oh no, we have at least 2 vetoes already stocked up against any trade he makes.
Oh yeah, he's
not getting anything.
Yeah, he's put himself in a rough situation. You need allies.
Well, he's also 2-5.
Oh. Oh, so he doesn't care about allies.
I don't think he cares. He's 2-5. Where the top
Who are his best players?
Well,
Who does he
also I'm
have?
gonna mess with this kid a little bit. You know what? His name sucks.
What's his name?
Steven Super Team.
It's
No
not
picture.
even
Not even a pun.
It's not even trying to be like funny or clever.
Nope.
Steven Super. That's like what a 4-year-old names their team.
Yep.
It's just surface level. That's disgusting. There's no place for that in fantasy football. If your name's not clever, get out.
He has an okay team. That's the weird
Go
thing.
back to the drawing board. What's his team?
He has
list off the starters.
Deshaun Watson,
Okay.
Julio Jones, Brandon Cooks, Aaron Jones, Lev Bell, Delaney Walker, Sterling Shepard.
See, now once you got the Delaney Walker and Sterling Shepard, that's where you can kind of see why he's 2-5.
Exactly. Well,
he
also
has no tight end, and I'm assuming
he has Chris Herndon on his bench, but Herndon's been suspended and then injured.
Yeah.
He also has Mark Ingram on a bye. Phillip Rivers is on his bench. Robbie Anderson, Westbrook from Jacksonville, Duke Johnson, and Geis from
Darius Geis.
Yeah.
So his team's not terrible.
And Jason Myers, who's been a big disappointment, along with the Chargers defense, which has been a big disappointment.
Yeah. You got to stream defenses. It's 2000. It's almost 2020. People streaming defenses is the way to go.
Patriots, baby, literally my MVP of the fantasy so
just
far.
Have the Patriots defense so that you just have an automatic RB1. Yeah,
they've literally put up over their lowest point total was 10 points against Pittsburgh the first week.
Yeah,
that's the lowest they've had all year.
And like they've got to fall off at some point. I mean, because look at like they've been feasting.
No, absolutely. They're going to fall off.
But they've also been feasting on a lot of inexperienced quarterbacks. I mean, Sam Darnold got eaten alive. Also, as a side note, I don't like how he's getting bullied in the media for that seeing ghosts comment.
Yo, that's
because that's a phrase. Also, like that's a phrase that's been used in football forever. I've heard that a million times.
As soon as he said, I knew exactly what he meant.
Like seeing ghosts in the pocket is like a thing. Like that. Like people have said that a million times. So I don't know why everyone's clowning on him now. Yeah, I mean, like I clowned on him after the game just because
he had a horrible game.
He had a horrible game, and Daniel Jones played better against the Patriots.
No, you're
so I wanted to be
right.
like,
no, absolutely. That's something you can clown the man for. But like
the seeing ghosts thing, I just feel like is stupid.
When when NFL Films higher ups are mad at the employee who okayed it.
My cousin just said in the chat, Sam Darnold, best QB in the NFL. Jude, no, he's not.
Thanks, Jude.
That. Put on your Geno Smith jersey, all right?
Oh, wow. Don't get punched in the jaw. No, I mean, listen, that was a low blow. Almost as low of a blow as trash talking me for trying to get a trade done. And that's what I'm mad about.
There we go. And that's what he's mad
That's
about.
what grinds my gears.
I'm secondhand mad. My gears are also ground.
You got a contact mad?
Yeah. It's a secondhand mad.
So listen, if you're in a fantasy football league out there, I'm gonna leave you with this. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Just let everyone have fun.
Football etiquette.
And if you're not sure if it's fair or not, either do some research or text your commissioner. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to tell you what they think you should do.
And that's that on that.
And that's that.
Be back in a jiffy.